Hi everyone, my name is Stopic. I am one of the founding members of the Pret Manger staff union, and in this video I'm going to share our story. The history of Pamsu begins in July 2011. Back then I worked at the Pret Manger branch of the Trafalgar Square. I usually worked in the kitchen, but occasionally was sent to the store to serve the customers. Serving customers was very boring, and I always did something to make it more fun. One day a bunch of Jewish kids walked into the store. One of them was standing behind the people and didn't see that my till was free. I addressed him, "Hey Jewish boy, come to the till please." One old lady got very upset and complained to the manager. The manager started an unfair disciplinary procedure with me. He limited my defense to a minimum and he already decided to sack me. I raised the grievance and the charges were dropped. This experience gave me an understanding that there's a legal framework that protects the workers against unfair treatment. I was transferred to a different branch where I found out that the assistant manager was using expired ingredients in the sandwich production. I wrote an email to the branch manager where I informed him about this. It was a protected disclosure and I officially became a whistleblower. 1 month later, the same assistant manager accused me of being homophobic. I was given a final written warning. I took Pret to the employment tribunal and I raised a series of grievances. I was transferred again, this time to the St. Pancras branch. The status of a troublemaker gave me a lot of benefits that the other workers didn't have. I could leave work at my regular working hours. I didn't have to work on the weekends. I was being sent payslips to my home address weekly, and I was also getting paid a higher salary than average workers. My coworkers were quite jealous of all these benefits that I was enjoying, but I wasn't selfish and often shared with them my experience. I provided them with legal advice and I helped 3 of them raise their grievances. While I was in this process, a Colombian co-worker Sebastian suggested that we should set up our own trade union. I liked the idea very much and began working on it straight away. In 1 week time, I drafted our rule book and I came with the name Pamsu. 4 of my colleagues liked the idea and decided to join my project. We formed Pamsu on the 1st September 2012. Right after forming Pamsu, we sent an email to Pret titled The List of Demands, where we informed them about the formation of Pamsu, and we also requested the working conditions in our branch to improve immensely. Yeah, our coworkers liked what we were doing and began joining Pamsu straight away. At the peak, we had 12 members. We went to the certification office, met the criteria and became an officially recognized trade union. However, Pret didn't recognize us and refused to deal with us collectively. On the other hand, it began victimizing the founding members of Pamsu. One of us was sent to a different branch. I was sacked 2 months later for alleged threatening behavior. As I texted the assistant manager, "What comes around goes around, my friend. Your luck has expired." Pamsu was only active for 3 months and it was discontinued after I was sacked. Even though it was active for this short period of time, it made a lasting impact. Pret raised the wages of all workers twice the following year and it completely exchanged the management at the St. Pancras branch. The formation of Pamsu was a truly historic moment because it was the first time in British history when the coffee shop workers attempted to unionize. We received a lot of support from the public. I wish somebody currently working at Pret would continue where we left off. I believe that the union is much needed at Pret until this day. No pasarán.